Honestly, just lock in, man. I think the biggest thing nowadays, everybody has social media and stuff, and like sometimes you just got to put the phone down. Sometimes you got to figure out who you are. And I see people all the time, they're like, how do you figure out what you want to do? And like, I got big dreams to be rich and famous or just rich, but I just don't know what to do. I got so many things I want to do. A lot of people don't like remove themselves from the crowd, or like you'll never put down the weed, or you never put down the alcohol, or you got to really remove yourself from all this stuff, and like maybe put down your phone for once, just think and like just sit back. And sometimes it might make you cry, you might be to go into some deep depression shit, but it'll trigger that thing in your brain to think and to figure out what you really want to do. So that's my biggest advice. That's something that I did and that worked for me.
Now, this is a side of Druski we don't see often. Have you ever noticed the moment life gets quiet, most people immediately reach for something? The phone, the TV, a drink, a spliff, a game, another YouTube video, another podcast, anything except their own thoughts. Druski was right. Sometimes we need to lock in, shut down all distractions. But we don't, or even worse, we can't. Here's the question: why? Why are we so uncomfortable sitting alone with our own minds? Maybe it's because deep down, we know there's something waiting for us in that silence. Unfinished goals, buried emotions, questions we've been avoiding, dreams we've convinced ourselves are impossible. The truth is, most men don't need more motivation. They need fewer distractions, because you can't hear your own purpose. If your mind is constantly full of everyone else's noise, your greatest advantage isn't your money. It isn't your career. It isn't your physique. It's your mind. Everything in your life begins there. Every decision, every relationship, every habit, every opportunity you take or miss. But here's the problem. We're living in a world that's constantly competing for our attention. Social media wants your attention. Streaming platforms want your attention. News wants your attention. Alcohol promises to numb your attention. THC promises to quiet your attention. Other substances promise to help you forget. Before long, you're so busy consuming, you've stopped thinking. And when you stop thinking, you stop leading your own life. You begin reacting to it. A centered man protects his mind because he understands one truth: whatever controls your attention eventually controls your direction. Not every distraction is harmful. The real question is, what are you trying to avoid? Are you scrolling because you're relaxing, or because you don't want to think? Are you smoking because you enjoy it, or because you can't sit with your own thoughts? Are you drinking to celebrate, or because you're trying to escape your reality? There's a difference. When every uncomfortable feeling is met with another distraction, you never learn emotional discipline. You never solve the problem. You just delay the conversation you desperately need to have with yourself. And delayed conversations become delayed lives. Every man should spend time asking himself difficult questions. Who am I becoming? What am I running from? Why do I need constant stimulation just to feel okay? What pain have I been covering instead of confronting? What kind of man do I want to be 5 years from now? What habits are building me, and which ones are quietly breaking me? Those answers won't come while you're scrolling. They won't come at the bottom of another bottle. They won't come through another gummy. And they won't come if every quiet moment is filled with another distraction. They arrive when you create space. Silence isn't empty. Silence is where clarity begins. Sometimes you'll uncover fears you've ignored. Sometimes you'll remember dreams you've abandoned. Sometimes you'll realize you've been living according to everyone else's expectations instead of your own. Or like Druski said, sometimes you might cry or even experience a depression you need to face. That's uncomfortable, but discomfort is often the doorway to growth. Locking in doesn't mean disappearing from the world. It means becoming intentional about what has access to your mind. Start small. Put your phone in another room for an hour. Take a walk without headphones. Replace an evening of scrolling with reading 10 pages of a book. Journal instead of bottling everything up. Exercise when you're stressed instead of reaching for another distraction. Spend time in prayer or meditation. Sit outside with nothing except your own thoughts. Call someone who challenges you to grow instead of someone who only helps you escape. Learn a new skill. Build something. Create something. Volunteer. Spend time in nature. Cook a healthy meal. Write down your goals for the week. Ask yourself one difficult question every day. Replace consumption with creation. Replace escape with reflection. Replace temporary relief with lasting peace. Because every healthy habit strengthens your mind, and every intentional decision makes it easier to hear your own voice above the noise. Repeat after me. I am a centered man. I do not chase. I choose. If you've made it this far, you're either a centered man or a centered man lover. Either way, we're locked in now. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.